All right, on today's episode of Coping with Craziness, oh my gosh, let's talk and plug in Christmas lights. The amount of regular days that we have is slowly dwindling, so I'm taking full advantage of every quote-unquote regular day that we have. We're wrapping up the final unit of the calendar year of 2024. I had thunderstorms all night last night, so my power went out. Good morning, everyone. My name is Katie. I'm a third grade teacher in the state of Florida, and you guys are here for a week in my life. It is Monday morning. It's December the 9th. We've got 2 weeks left until winter break, y'all. Just 2 weeks, and I'm so excited. Last week I did a day in my life vlog, so I did not get like my whole week covered. So I'm going to try to take you guys along for the entire week. This week, let me plug in my Christmas tree real quick. Next year, I'm investing in like Christmas lights with a button for sure. Ooh. Because getting down on the floor every time I want to plug in my Christmas lights is just not it. That is not the move. But there we go. It's beautiful, beautiful tree. Okay, so today is Monday. It's December 9th. Have I already shared that? Gosh, I don't even remember what I said. I think I just told you what the date was, and we have 2 weeks left till Christmas. Isn't that what I told you? Okay, I think so. So this week is going to be like a normal week. We're wrapping up the final unit of the calendar year of 2024. So thankfully today and tomorrow and Wednesday are all like normal teaching days, which is going to be fantastic. Next week is my week where I'm doing a little bit more assessing, and we'll have a little bit more free time that I'm not thrilled about, because when it gets closer to winter break, you want to keep the structure. So we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I don't know if I'm going to vlog next week or not, so this could be my final one. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But we're going to see how this week goes, because I was a little bit behind on editing. So things that we're working on today, this week's goal is, or like skill that we're working on, is finding an author's claim, which is like the big idea that an author is sharing to persuade his or her readers. We introduced it last week by reading I Want a Iguana, which was a fiction version of author's claim, where there was a character named Alex who's convincing his mom that he should get a pet iguana. Then we read on Friday the beginning of our text, which we're reading 2 different texts about wolves in Yellowstone National Park. So we read Welcome Back Wolves, which is an author who's saying that the wolves should be in Yellowstone. And today we're reading Wolves Don't Belong in Yellowstone. So it's the opposite perspective. We are transitioning to taking notes on a separate sheet of paper. I did this last year. I don't remember if I like vlogged it last year or not, but we did this last year because their test is on the computer, so I really want them to feel prepared to take notes on a separate sheet of paper when we get to the last state test in May. So I gave them like a detailed notes page, which I'll show you in a minute when I show you my slides. I gave them like a note-taking page that they could use to take notes on, and then we'll transition to like a blank sheet of paper. But I think they really enjoyed it, and today's lesson is like copy paste of what we did on Friday, which is fantastic because I was not like really in the mood to do anything that was like new and revolutionary today because it's a Monday. I think that's like all we've got. I've got 1 page that we can work on for social studies. It's just identifying continents and oceans. That's like our big standard that we're working on. And that's about it. Trying to think if there's anything else that's super important for me to share with you guys, but I can't think of anything really. It's pretty much just a regular Monday, so that's gonna be good. But I'm gonna take you guys along. Let me show you like my slides for the day, and then I don't have morning duty. I had morning duty last week, but I don't this week, so I'm excited to just kind of get some time in my classroom to get things ready. I might start planning ahead for next week and looking for some things that we can do. All right, here are my slides for today. Our 4 goals are to go over grammar, which is commas in a series, review our vocabulary, read our second weekly text, and find the author's claim. I've got a nice song to go over grammar. It's a new song because we listened to another one last week. So we'll listen to that. Then this time we're doing 3 or more items or phrases. We did items last week, but now we're transitioning into phrases with commas. Like, please clean your room, make your bed, and brush your teeth. So it's the same concept, just with phrases. And then we'll practice. I did a fun practice activity last week with Christmas music. We might do it again. Here's all the vocabulary that we're going to go over and review. We probably won't take super long to review it. We'll just kind of go back over the words. And then here's our weekly story. This is what their note-taking page looks like, and it was front and back. So we did this with the other text on Friday. We're doing it with this text today. So, and then we're going to find the author's claim and write a claim statement in this section of the note-taking page. And that's it for day 3. Let me go back to the correct slide so it's ready for us. All right, I'm going to go find my coffee that I set down somewhere, I think in the office. Sip on some coffee, work on the morning slide that needs to go up on the board, and whatever else I get up to. We made it to the end of the day. I just spent a little bit of time doing some housekeeping things like switching the calendar, the special area, and sharpening pencils because we needed to sharpen pencils desperately. And now I'm sitting down to look at everything else that's on my to-do list and to eat a Cliff Bar. I'm here till a little bit late. I've got time to like work ahead on stuff because I have bar at 5:45. So I usually leave here around 5:20, which is honestly in like 2 hours. And I don't know if I'll need to stay that late, but I could get ahead on quite a few things. And I've got some slides and stuff that I can make and some TPT stuff that I'm going to purchase today with some school funds for some units coming up. So I'm going to be working on some of those things. The day went fine. We got through what we needed to get through. Hold on. Quick change of scenery because the custodian came through to like take the trash. I forgot what I was going to say, but I just told you that I was going to get some stuff done. We got through everything we needed to get through today. I did teach a good small group lesson times 1.5. So I did an intervention lesson on author's claim from a Lexia lesson. So if you have Lexia, don't forget they have passages and lessons on each topic that you can use. 10 out of 10 would recommend. It was great. It was like a descriptive or an informational text about pythons, and it was really engaging. So I just pulled 3 kids and we did extra practice with author's claim, which is what we're working on this week. I pulled based on their state testing scores from last week. I just pulled the ones that got a level 2, which shows that they like have more need for some of that intervention, or anybody who said they were below in the informational text category. So that's how I like made those groupings. And they did really well. Honestly, I may do it again tomorrow with one of my high groups and let them be a little bit more independent with it. And they could probably decode more of the text. So I kind of read with this group, but I think it's more decodable for my higher readers. So yeah, that went well. And then I did a U-Fly group. It was so-so. I had some friends who were not focused, and so my U-Fly group was not as great, but we're starting short O. So I think it'll be fine. I had a conversation with that friend who was not very focused, and we talked about it, and hopefully it'll be better tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm going to get this stuff purchased on TPT and work on some units coming up after the break. Maybe just spend this little bit of time that I have to get ahead to help my January self out, which would be wonderful because I've done almost everything off of my to-do list. I have a student with a birthday tomorrow, so I need to put out their birthday stuff. And then everything on my to-do list is to done, which is great, except for making drawer labels. I want to make drawer labels for where I keep my paper over on my side counter and where I've been putting lost and found items because I'm tired of stuff being left behind. And so I've just been throwing it in the lost and found, like you can find it later. Good. But I have the vinyl at home. I forgot that I took it home to work on a project, and so I didn't have it here. So I won't be able to do that. Maybe I'll make like the file And then I'll bring the vinyl back tomorrow and I'll cut it out tomorrow. I think that would be fine. But yeah, that's it. Also, I just tried this peanut butter crunch bar for the first time. Not crunch bar, what's this? A Cliff bar. It's very good. So now I'm just gonna sit here and work on stuff for a little bit and try to get ahead. Here we go. Good morning and happy, oh shoot, my hair's coming down. Happy Tuesday. That's unfortunate. I spent a while trying to get it to stay up with that clip. Maybe I can get it to clip in there. Let's see. Did that do the trick? Maybe that'll hold for a little bit longer. Today is Tuesday. Yes, I'm wearing the same earrings as yesterday. Actually, my outfit looks very similar to yesterday because I realized I wore a cream shirt yesterday with these same earrings, but that's okay. I really wanted to wear this t-shirt for T-shirt Tuesday today. My sister-in-law got it for me and it's really cute. It's got all like the Christmassy bows and I love it. So that's what we went with. And I was like, yeah, the red earrings just need to go with it. And I wore this hair clip with like a little bow. So I'm feeling a little bit put together even on a T-shirt Tuesday. Let's talk and plug in Christmas lights. I had a wonderful workout last night and then David and I had pizza from Domino's for dinner, which was really good. Tonight we need to actually cook something. I don't know what we're gonna cook, but we're gonna figure that out. And yeah, so it was a great evening. Now I'm back up here on Tuesday. I need to look and see, one moment. There we go. Okay, I need to look and see what exactly my plans are for today. Whew, that left me out of breath. But I know the gist of them. Like we've already read both of our texts, and so now our focus is going to be on rereading them and comparing and contrasting the two texts. So if I pull up my slides, let's take a look and see how close we were. We're doing commas in a series still. We've got the comma song from MC Hammer, which they loved yesterday. We've got practice and review, so we'll do one of the comma sentences up top, and then I'll do one of the sentences down the bottom, or I'll let them pick. I think that's what I did last time. I let them pick which one of the top sentences they wanted to write for the comma practice, and then we'll do the same one on the bottom. We'll probably do the first one because it's shorter. Ooh, we might do the second one because it's more challenging, and it has a couple other errors. It has 2 commas that it's missing, a capital letter that it's missing, and it's missing the word babies is spelled wrong because that's not how you spell babies plural. So we might do that one and see if anybody can catch that. Okay, then we'll go over our vocabulary, which we've just been briefly going over because the words aren't too difficult. Then we're going to do a story conversation. I might have them partner read the story first before we do a story conversation though. And give them like 10 minutes around the room to partner read. And then we've got these table topic conversations with question stems about ways that they're similar and ways that they're different. And they can talk about that with their table groups. And then we'll do a compare and contrast diagram and kind of fill it in. And then on the back of that, they write their claim. They'll write my claim is that, or I believe that wolves do belong in Yellowstone or wolves do not belong in Yellowstone. And then I might have them give a reason or something. I don't know. I might not. I might just have them write their claim on the back. And then we're going to turn that in because the Venn diagram will be a grade and the note-taking sheet that we've been using will also be a grade. So that's okay. I feel good about that. The only thing I need to add, and let me set you guys down so I can do that. The only thing I need to add is a slide where it says we're going to partner read. Okie dokie. Let me move this up while I add this slide. Fabulous. So that's not too bad. I think we will be a-okay and we'll be set for the day today, which is good. Tomorrow we do like our selection quiz and stuff like that, so I don't think it'll be too difficult either. I'm just trying to make it through, you know what I'm saying? During our flex time today, we're doing star reading with this group, which is a good thing because we need to get it done, but also a bummer because yesterday I did a great intervention lesson during my flex time with my block 1, and I had a list of kiddos I want to do it with for block 2. It'll just have to wait until I see them again for flex time on Thursday, or if we have time at the end of our block today, which I doubt we will, but we'll see. So yeah, that'll be how that goes. Anything else that I need to share about today? I don't think there is. I think it's going to be a pretty regular day. The amount of regular days that we have is slowly dwindling. So I'm taking full advantage of every quote unquote regular day that we have from now till the end of the year. So I'm going to go ahead and get my email up. I have some emails and messages I need to reply to this morning. I'm trying to get my morning slide up with my cute Christmas Bitmojis, but for some reason it's not working. There it goes. So I'm just going to get that up, and then I'm going to look through plans, maybe look through some of the things that I got on TPT yesterday too, and keep planning some of that out because I want to put some of those things in the basket to be copied because our copy volunteers come today. So I think I'll focus on that first, and then I'll look at plans ahead. But that's it. Happy Tuesday. All right, it is Tuesday afternoon. It's been dreary all day today, so my hair did not stand a chance. It is no longer cute and curled like it was this morning, but that's okay. I am sitting down, getting ready to grade some papers. I've got a Dr. Pepper here because I'm tired, and I got some of these for my birthday from my teammate, and so the minis are where it's at. And I'm gonna grade some papers, trying to make sure I don't get any ink on me. We did some work on continents and oceans today with the continents and oceans page for social studies that we got to yesterday with my block 1, but I did not get to with block 2. So I've been grading those and entering those. And then also we did our Venn diagram. I think I told you about that this morning. So we did a Venn diagram of how the texts were similar and different. And then they got to write on the back their own claim about which author they agreed with. Do they think wolves do belong in Yellowstone or wolves don't belong in Yellowstone? And then, oh my gosh, that just exploded on me. Okay, well, I think it missed my shirt, so that's good. So whether they do or they don't belong in Yellowstone, and then why they agreed with that author. So I'm feeling good about this author's claim stuff. They're gonna be tested on it on Friday. We're practicing it again tomorrow with a cold read. So I'm feeling good about it. But I'm just gonna be sitting here grading and getting a little bit of caffeine in me before I go home and get up to who knows what. We're gonna have to make dinner, and I've got laundry to do. So yay, that's waiting at home for me. So let's get started with our grading. Good morning and happy Wednesday. Today is starting off to be a very strange day. We had thunderstorms all night last night, so my power went out. I was just getting up. I snoozed once because the thunder woke me up, which doesn't usually happen, but it did. So I snoozed my alarm once, and then when I finally got up and I was getting ready in the bathroom, the power just went, I was great. So I went and lit candles and was using my phone flashlight all morning to get ready. So I haven't checked my makeup to see what it looks like at all. So hopefully it looks okay. And then I opened the fridge just to get lunch stuff out for me and David, but I didn't want to keep opening it and closing it to make my coffee and to get all the other stuff. So I ended up going to Starbucks because I had a gift card, and then it gets wackier. I placed a Starbucks order and I was in a time crunch because I was like, I'll be a little bit later than I want to be to school, but I won't be late because I get here early. So I was like, okay, I'm going to place an order quickly. And I was like, okay, I'm just going to order whatever I ordered last time, which is a caramel macchiato, which is usually my go-to if I can't decide like what I want to get. If you get the holiday drinks from Starbucks though, please comment below which holiday drink is your favorite, because I want to try one, but I'm nervous about trying one. I like sweet coffee, I would say, but I do like the flavor of coffee. I like espresso, so I like the caramel macchiato. I get the grande shaken espresso sometimes. I do like the cold brew, like the salted caramel cream cold brew, so just let me know what you get. But I ended up placing an order, and then it was like, hey, you have a $3 digital coupon. I was like, great, I'll use that coupon. So my coffee was like $3 on a gift card. And then about halfway there, I was like, oh my gosh, I ordered a freaking venti, because the last time I ordered from Starbucks was on my birthday a couple weeks ago. And when you get your birthday drink, you can get whatever size. So I got the venti. So I was like, well, I just got a really big coffee. So I have a giant coffee and some peanut butter crackers for breakfast, because I couldn't fix like my usual breakfast on the stove because there's no power. David had to come lift the garage to let me out of the house. But there's power here at school. So that's good. And we're going to get started with our Wednesday today. I've just been chatting with my coworkers so far this morning. We've got a selection quiz that we're taking, so we're going to listen to the weekly text and then take a quiz on the weekly text front and back, and then we're going to do some practicing about author's claim with a cold read, which now I'm looking at it and I'm like, I don't know if these I think the questions are right. And then that's all we got for today. So we might do social studies. I might do some word study before that, because we haven't had much time to do the word studies. So we might do fluency practice with our word study folder passage from UFly, because we just haven't done that very much this week because we've been doing the star reading. So we're going to do that. I'm doing star reading with my block 1. It's a rainy day, so they're going to be inside all day. And this was as good as it got for like getting dressed today too. I'm wearing my 3rd grade sweatshirt. I linked this a couple vlogs ago. I'll try to find the link. And I thought it was perfect with my pencil claw clip from Marshall's. And then I'm wearing like the really old school duck boots. Can you see them? There we go. Because it's raining outside and I didn't want to commit to the full rain boots, but I was like, those will do. So this is what I got this morning, because my hair was a mess and I was going to touch it up and then the power went out, and so this is how we look with this giant coffee. Rainy day, cozy vibes. But now I'm starving, so I really need to start drinking this coffee and eating my crackers. But yeah, I just thought I'd update you on the weird start to my Wednesday. Hopefully it gets better from here. All right, we have made it to the end of Wednesday. I don't think I've checked in since this morning. I got a lot done today. I'm getting changed for the gym as we speak. I labeled my extra paper in my lost and found drawer. I think I showed that this morning on my Cricut. We got through almost everything that was on the agenda for today. We just didn't finish the cold read, but we do the selection quiz and the cold read, and then we do the test the next day. But tomorrow we're doing writing, because some of our kids are going to be gone for a field trip who are in like a musical production. They're going to see a musical put on by the middle school. So they will be gone tomorrow. So we kind of rearranged our schedule. So that gives me tomorrow as a little bit of a flexible day. So we didn't quite finish our cold read today, but we're going to finish that up tomorrow. So I think tomorrow what I'm going to do is finish up the cold read. And then we might do letters to Santa, which sounds a little like younger grade-ish. Like I know in kindergarten and 1st grade and stuff, they write letters to Santa, but we're going to do it because we're going to practice writing commas in a series. And what better way to list items than writing letters to Santa? So I think it'll be a great way to list out things that we want for Christmas or for the holidays. So I got like some freebies on Teachers Pay Teachers for that, just like little templates. And then my other goal will be to it feels so good to be in tennis shoes. My other goal will be to go over our introduction paragraph writing lesson again. I'm gonna figure out how I'm structuring it in the morning, because if we're being honest, I came back from afternoon duty. I graded papers, and then I went up to make copies, and then I was just jabbing away with some coworkers. And so I'm like, oh, okay, I didn't get quite as much done as maybe I should have this afternoon. Not that I didn't do anything, because I entered all of the grades that I needed to enter, but I'm like, I just don't think I figured out my plan for tomorrow as solid as I would have liked. And so I might have to figure that out in the morning. Oh my gosh, it feels so good to be wearing tennis shoes, because I was wearing those duck boots all day today, and they're pretty, like, they don't have a whole lot of support in them. And especially when you're wearing like thin socks. If you're wearing thick fuzzy socks, like, you'll be okay in them, because that'll like fill the boot. But when I'm wearing thin socks with them, it's like they like barely take up the boot at all, and then feels like your foot's just flopping around. So it hasn't felt very supported all day. So wearing these tennis shoes right now, my feet are just like singing hallelujah, because they feel like such great support, which is fabulous. But I wore thin socks because this morning it was freezing cold. This afternoon, on the flip side, this morning was hot. This morning was like 70s. On the flip side, now this afternoon, it is freezing cold. And so now I need to close my window, because it was also like a bajillion degrees in my classroom today. It was like super duper hot because it was warm outside. And so I opened up a window today, because we've got like shutters essentially that you can open. There we go. So I needed to make sure that I closed that just to get some air, because it was like super stuffy, and I didn't realize, I mean, I knew it was warm, but I didn't realize how warm it was in here until I came back from special area, because the temperature had dropped. And so it was cold outside, and then it was like hot, like steamy, muggy when you came in my room. So I was like, I need to open the windows. So I opened one just to get some airflow in, and I think it helped. But yeah, that's it. I'm going to my sculpt class now, and I will be going home. David and I will figure out what we're doing for dinner. We don't have any plans. Can you tell it's December? Just winging it. I feel like I'm just winging it. But it was overall a pretty good day here in third grade land. So I will check in with you guys tomorrow. On today's episode of Coping with Craziness, oh my gosh, today I don't even know how to describe the overstimulation of today. There were just 1,000 things happening at once constantly throughout the entire day. Like even in the car rider room, I was just trying to call kids' names, and people were calling and asking for kids. Somebody was making an all call, and they thought it was coming from our room, and they didn't hang up, and then people needed to know if there was choir rehearsal and who the rehearsal was for. It was like, and then I come back and I got all these writing journals on my desk or on my table, because we did introduction writing today. And so I'm trying to go through and like get one last sticky note of kids who don't know how to write introductions or need like one more practice lesson on it before we move on to body paragraphs in January, because we're using top score writing, and oh my goodness, it's asking these kids to do like a 5-paragraph essay in third grade, which they're doing well so far. But I mean, we've spent the whole semester just doing the planning process and then the introduction. But I'm like, if we teach it well, then they'll know how to do it. Like, I don't want to just brush over it and then do some like halfway writing. I want to teach it well, so 4th grade will be ready for their assessment, and like next year they'll have a good foundation. But holy moly. So I'm trying to go through all their journals now and just make a final, like, I'm using my little stamp, and I'm saying like, this is something that we did ourselves, and then I'm giving feedback, and I'm keeping record of who needs to go back over introductions and who does not. Well, not who does not. If they don't, they're not on the list. But if they need to go over introduction writing one more time, maybe at the table with me, I have them right here. So, but there's been a lot of progress. I'm looking at it and I'm like, okay, some of the ones that I pulled for the table last time did better. Maybe they aren't off the list just yet, but they're better. So that's good. But it's just been crazy. And so I just made 2 reels that were humorous because I just needed something to lift my spirits. Happy Thursday, by the way. I don't even think I checked in this morning. And we had a team meeting today for the language arts team. I love my language arts team, though. We're rocking it, literally rocking it. But I've got some stuff I need to do this afternoon for that. And it just takes me a long time in the afternoons right now to get started on stuff. I come back and I'm like, I don't want to do anything. I'm just overstimulated. So that's where we are right now. Yay. So I'm going to continue just grading away on these notebooks over here. These are the ones I have left. Those are the ones that I finished. So I'm probably like a little less than halfway, I would imagine. Well, yeah, it looks like I've only done like 6 and I have 16. So definitely less than halfway. But we're making it through. And if they're good, it's great because I'm just writing like, yay, this is great. Makes it nice and easy. And I graded a bunch of other stuff too. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. We take a test tomorrow. So, yeah, that's it. I'm just scattered and all over the place. I'm going to set you up to get a little B-roll of grading. And then I'm going home. Well, no, then I'm probably going to work on some stuff from our team meeting. And then maybe I'll go home. Yeah, I think that's the plan. Tomorrow's Friday the 13th. We have a house meeting, so the schedule's wonky. And a test. I'm just going to be holding on for dear life. That's where we're at right now in 3rd grade. Yay. Happy Friday, everyone. I didn't really vlog today because it was just a busy day. We had a weird schedule for house meetings. We had a test, all the things. My students improved on their test grades. I'm actually pretty pleased with how they look for author's claim that we've been teaching for a while. So that's very exciting. And I'm happy about that. We have our faculty Christmas party tonight. And so I'm about to go home and change out of my house shirt and just put on like a Christmas sweater of some kind and go to the party. So I just wanted to close out the vlog here. Say thank you guys so much for watching. Sorry it kind of like dwindled as the week went on, but I feel like that's just kind of how weekly vlogs go. We're still surviving over here, trying to be thriving, just kind of surviving. I've got 5 days left until Christmas break. The countdown is on. And that's the first time I've been like the countdown, which is great. I'm tired, don't get me wrong. But there have been years where I have been literally counting down from like 20 days, 19 days, 18 days left. And this year I haven't really had to do like the countdown. But I got 5 days left next week, which is actually kind of insane. But it is what it is, you know? And then it'll be winter break. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I'm thinking I might vlog next week. I don't have morning or afternoon duty, so I think it's going to be possible. Stay tuned. If you don't see a video after this, then you'll know I didn't vlog. I'll probably make a post on my feed if I don't. But thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, I'll catch you in the next one.